against Al-Hilal. Two teams that are still unbeaten at this FIFA Club World Cup. There are 5 sides in this tournament who haven't lost a game yet, and we have 2 of them going head to head here. This is Ignacio. Al-Hilal, who were so tigerish in their tackling, so fierce in their pressing against Manchester City. They will want to begin very much in that vein here today too. Fluminense, naturally a midfielder, but once again deployed in the heart of defence from the start today.
I think that would have been the biggest selection call for Simeone Inzaghi. Does he go with the same setup, same formation that beat Manchester City, or revert back to the formation they played in the group stage games?
Safe to say that the supporters of Fluminense far outweigh in number those of Al-Hilal. And early boos for possession for the Saudi Arabian team. They give it Savage into Malcolm. Marcus Leonardo. It's an excellent ball. Al-Arabi. His fast counter-attacking style, which caused such problems for Manchester City. How are Fluminense going to deal with this today? This is João Cancelo.
I think it could be different for Al-Hilal today. I think they'll have the majority of possession to be able to take the game to Fluminense, as opposed to counter-attacking, which they did to devastating effect against Manchester City.
Difficult for João Cancelo and Ruben Neves in the build-up to this game. Passing of their colleague and teammate, so recent and so sudden. Heavy touch from Al-Halabi is met by joyous cheers from the Fluminense supporters.
It was a loose touch, but a good ball, diagonal ball from Koulibaly to find his teammate who's free. It seems to be this left-hand side in the opening minutes where the space is. El Harabi and Renan Lodi when he gets up from his left centre-back position.
Koulibaly trying to pick out Al Arabi there. It is a 100th game for Al Hilal today for the Senegalese international Kalidou Koulibaly. So Xavier loses out to Al Dossari. This is Kano. Both teams with a Kano. Mohamed Kano with a K for Al Hilal. German Kano with a C for Fluminense. Milinkovic Savic. João Cancelo beaten in the 1-on-1 by Gabriel Fuentes. Renato Gaucho, who used to play alongside Simone Inzaghi's brother Filippo in the past. Fuentes able to pick out Arias, who's been one of the standout players of this Club World Cup so far. He's the only player to have collected 3 Player of the Match awards so far.
I mentioned pre-match how I was impressed with Arias, how he just used to roam across the front 3. You can see he didn't get the ball the first 3 minutes, and now he's gone and found himself a pocket on the left-hand side to get himself involved in the game.
Simone Inzaghi there with his team taking on Brazilian opposition. But he's got no fewer than 4 Brazilians in his squad. There's no shortage of South American flair for Al Hilal. But now, Uruguay. Freitas to Fuentes. Gabriel Fuentes in the team today because the regular left-back, Hene, is suspended after picking up 2 yellow cards. João Cancelo, who has started every game so far in this tournament and has been taken off as a substitute in every match so far for Al Hilal. Thiago Silva, well used to the drama of an occasion such as this. be 41 in September. Thiago Silva, he returned to Fluminense just over a year ago after leaving Chelsea. Ignacio to Facundo Bernal. Good positioning from Joao Cancelo. Cano easily beaten in the midfield. Martinelli. Lodi had the wherewithal to allow the ball to bounce, and in the end he was scampering to get it clear. This stadium, which has seen the most goals per game of any venue at this Club World Cup so far. It's been an average of over 5 goals per game whenever it's been held at the Camping World Stadium. Flick from Aldosari. Every 50-50 ball is being fiercely battled for so far.
Yeah, it's been a bitty first 6 minutes. Pretty much this image sums up the opening 6 minutes. No real quality. Both teams strong in the tackle. Game hasn't really settled down yet.
As with all games in Florida, the heat is a factor. This is a test of lungs as well as logic. There's lots of passion, there's going to have to be patience too. Koulibaly. Malcolm. Good strength. But outnumbered. And a big cheer for the Fluminense team supporters as they regain possession. Ignacio. Martinelli.
This is the man Fluminense need to get on the ball. Martinelli, when he drops deep and can spray balls like that.
Freitas. Thiago Silva, once the world's most expensive defender. Ignacio. Martinelli. Very much a favourite of the Fluminense supporters. He's homegrown, came through the youth system. Here's Ruben Neves. No-nonsense clearance from Yacine Bono, who made some miraculous saves against Manchester City here 4 days ago. He's come back, bounced up. A goal, I believe, against Nasser Aldosari. Player who started all 5 games now for Al-Hilal at this tournament so far. Oh, I tell you, didn't just bounce up, did it? That was a deliberate handball. Ignacio. Today, the first ever competitive meeting of these clubs. Just to put in context how big a deal it was for Al-Hilal to beat Manchester City in the last 16. It was the first time that a team from the Asian Confederation had ever beaten a European team in a FIFA club competition. Thiago Silva. Bernal.
Quite cynical in the end. Deserved the yellow card, but allows his team to regroup.
there are a whole host of players across both teams who would miss the semi-final should they pick up a yellow card today. Milinkovic-Savic is not one of those, but he's now got to be careful. 80 minutes of regulation time to play, maybe extra time too. The Serbian midfielder is carrying a yellow card from very early on today. From Arias, Gabriel Mendes, the two standing over. Clever free kick. Mendes, blocked away. Malcolm, another who started every game of this competition. Slightly overcooked Cano, hoping that he may sneak into the back post there.
John Arias just looking to bend it into the far post. Cano's late run just probably slightly too high for him.
It's a confirmation of Milinkovic-Savic's booking. Player who's not even just started every game of this tournament for Al-Hilal, but he's played every minute of every game. João Cancelo. Ruben Neves.
Al-Hilal really struggling to get through the back five of Fluminense in the midfield three. Really struggling.
Malcolm. Did an electrifying 10 minutes or so in the second half of the regulation 90 against Manchester City. Renan Lodi. Arabi. Koulibaly. João Cancelo. This is Milinkovic-Savic. Good movement off the ball from Al-Hilal. Milinkovic-Savic. Marcus Leonardo. Can see what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Wanted to slip it from Malcolm.
That was the one they dragged Fluminense to the left-hand side. Milinkovic-Savic looking to wrap the ball into Marcus Leonardo, who dropped off from his number 9 position. But his layoff to Malcolm wasn't good enough.
Between those two Brazilians, Malcolm and Marcus Leonardo, they've got 4 goals at this Club World Cup already.
So expansive, as you can see here, Fluminense in possession. But then once they lose it, how quickly they get into a 5-3-2 formation out of possession.
Renato had made a very good run there. Freitas opted not to play the pass. This is Ignacio. It's not the highest press you've ever seen from Al-Hilal, but the conditions here, the heat, will dictate as to how much they can do, and they will try to choose their moments in terms of hounding the defenders from Fluminense. But now to Thiago Silva. Freitas. Closed down by Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. The winner for Manchester City last time out was his 100th appearance for Al-Hilal. This is Fluminense's second game in Florida at this competition. They played Mamelodi Sundowns at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. For Al-Hilal, this is their 3rd game in the Floridian heat. They drew with Real Madrid in Miami and beat Manchester City here in Orlando. Samuel Xavier is going to try and outpace El Halabi well. Good recovery. Cano going to give it away. And he's relieved to hear the whistle there. Foul on Mohamed Kano. A little bit casual how Al-Hilal tried to play their way out there.
I think they've got away with one. I think it was Lodi just wrapped a ball without looking. Kano does well to win the foul. Probably a bit fortunate to win it.
João Cancelo. This Al-Hilal team who know they've got goals in them. They scored 4 times against Manchester City last time out. Renan Lodi here, just fractionally in front of Milinkovic-Savic.
It's a good ball from Renan Lodi because he realised that Fluminense expecting that ball to be played through the lines. Milinkovic-Savic makes a run in behind. Very unfortunate.
The big games just keep coming onto zone. The Kings of Europe, Paris Saint-Germain, go head-to-head with Bundesliga champions Bayern Munich for a place in the Club World Cup semi-finals. That is live tomorrow exclusively on the DAZN app. Arias, unable to fully trap. This is Milinkovic-Savic. Good footwork from him, and he's taken down. And that is a free kick to the Saudi Arabian team.
Very good feel. Little 1-2 there from Savic. Gets him out of trouble. Draws the foul. I think they need more of those runs in behind Milinkovic-Savic just made, just to stretch the Fluminense back 5. If they can't get in that way, it'll create the space in between the lines where they've got Marcus Leonardo position right now.
A bit of hesitation from Caro. Renato was in to close it. Now the Brazilian voices roar, but slightly off balance. Renato looking for his second goal of the competition.
What a pass.
It's very good defending from Ruben Neves. Look, he just does enough. Gets his shoulder. Does enough to put him off.
Yeah, South American fans.
Playing out of position. He made 2 or 3 of those against Manchester City to keep his side in it.
Renato, who scored against Ulsan in the group stages. It was his first goal since joining the club on loan. His parent team is Santos. Here is Fuentes. Bit of South American flair about that. Koulibaly comes in. I tell you, that's not too bad either. João Cancelo. Slightly behind Marcus Leonardo. Samuel Xavier not able to work his way out, stopped by Motta Belharabi. Xavier, who's 35 years of age, the right back from Sao Paulo. I tell you what, he puts in a shift up and down that flank all day. Caro. Arias takes 3 to stop it.
They've done that very well to start this game. They've got bodies around John Arias. They've realised who the threat is on the counter-attack. Been able to snuff it out.
These are 2 teams that are used to playing in the heat. So, no one is at the advantage here. Saudi is hot. South America, Brazil is hot. So, we'll see what happens there. The climate suits both of them.
20 minutes in. Neither keeper with a big save to make yet.
Just João Cancelo's position, interesting there. He looked to drop down just to drag out the left back Fuentes out of his slot to create the space for this man. doing all they can at the moment, Al-Hilal, to dislodge that Fluminense back five, to create some space in behind.
But now Samuel Xavier. Thiago Silva. Now. Down goes Samuel Xavier. Referee has given the free kick to Fluminense. He's going to reach for his pocket too. This is bad news for Renan Lodi, because even if they go through to the semi-finals now, he will not be eligible to play in New York next week.
Uses his body well, Samuel Xavier. Doesn't expect it, but gets his body there. Makes Renan Lodi go through the back of him.
People are just catching up now with this Club World Cup. Everyone used to call it shit, but now, you know, everyone is watching
19
it.
caps for Brazil. Renan Lodi. Cut out by Brazilian opposition winger there. Almost midway through the first half of the Camping World Stadium in Orlando.
So many good games.
Opportunity.
Real Madrid versus Al-Hilal. That was one of the best games. Stop dodging the Saudi Pro League, bro. Start watching it.
Savic hasn't fully cleared. It's better from Cano. And the offside flag had raised anyway. Fluminense had strayed. Cano, who 2 years ago was named South American Player of the Year, scored against Inter last time out.
I said this from the beginning when I started watching this competition. What I found out was the South American team lack discipline. But I watched Fluminense, their coach is so good, so disciplined. I knew they were going to go far. And you watch Al-Hilal,
teams that have made it through to the quarterfinals. There are still players from 33 different countries active in this Club World Cup.
Champions League,
the nationality with the most players remaining in this tournament is Brazil. Across the 8 remaining teams, there are 56 Brazilians still
quality players
at the Club World Cup.
With experience mixed there, that Al-Hilal side. So you should be able to win this if you go through today.
From Martinelli.
Why not?
Cano, neat and tidy.
Really good passing of football, good passage of football, everything up to the third, the final third. They're all playing well, but they play safe right now. Both teams are playing safe, too safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders.
This ball, Ruben Neves to Renan Lodi.
There comes Al-Hilal, maybe forward. Oh.
Sorry, he's trying to switch it.
Pass. There we go. Here comes the break. Oh, cut that pass.
Thiago Silva gives it away.
There we go.
Opportunity. Marcus Leonardo.
Into the box. Is he going to make it? Whew.
Milinkovic Savic.
Bro.
Just glided through
He's in
there.
the box.
Oh. To hang it towards Malcolm at the back post. So as threatening as Al-Hilal have been today, but now they've got to get bodies back. And Koulibaly's relieved to see that run out of play ahead of Gabriel Fuentes.
Didn't fancy that one. Fuentes seeing Koulibaly charging at him. Very good covering from the centre-back to stop the counter-attack.
Renato Cocho there, the Fluminense coach. They say you should never go back. He is returned to Fluminense for a remarkable 6th spell as head coach. It's a job he can check out from, but he can never leave, it seems. Renan Lodi. Marcus Leonardo. Ruben Neves. Looking for a bit more movement from his colleagues ahead. He wants better options. Malcolm. João Cancelo. Nice little drag under the studs. Sorry, it's a great first touch. Now can he get the angle? If anything, Al-Hilal was impeding him as much as the opponents there. It's a decent last few minutes for Al-Hilal. They're looking threatening.
Yeah, they've committed this man, Al-Dosari, forward into the front line and building up with a 3-1-6, just giving Fluminense an extra man to think about. Ignacio does well, gets out, closes down, but Al-Hilal are getting closer.
There's a corner here.
Ruben Neves to take. Koulibaly got up well. He scored a header from a corner against Manchester City. Kano can't control. This is Mohamed Kano. João Cancelo, direct. Cut out by Thiago Silva. There's Juan Pablo Freitas, the Argentinian. Fluminense supporters trying to drum up a samba beat here for the team to play to. Ignacio. In pursuit is Al-Dosari.
Very good from Ignacio. Realised there wasn't a teammate on and just drove into space. This is the corner, similar to the goal Koulibaly scored against Manchester City. Almost brilliant defending. Is Ignacio again. Little touch on the shoulder probably puts Koulibaly off. It is Ignacio. Two very crucial moments from that man in the last couple of minutes.
Cyril Javier. Flag is raised. Dutch officials on field this evening. Vries and Hassel Stingstra in support of referee Danny Michele. All the way from Rio. You can imagine the scenes back home as they view the pictures of their team on the global stage. Al-Hilal, who've already achieved perhaps beyond their wildest dreams at this tournament, but now the expectancy is to go and get even more. The winner of this game will play the winner of the Chelsea-Palmeiras quarter-final. They face each other later on in Philadelphia. Renan Lodi. Still touch there from Donato. And again, no nonsense defending. Anything inside their own half, Al-Hilal are not taking prisoners.
This ref is quite rubbish. He should let that little carry on. That wasn't even a foul.
I think the ref let the first one go.
That wasn't a
from
foul.
Cano. I think it's this one on Martinelli. Just as Cano just dangles a leg, which the ref penalises.
I hope he ended up.
Mohamed Kano, who made his first start to the tournament against Manchester City in the last 16, keeping his place in the team today. Simone Inzaghi, who had named unchanged starting 11s for all three group games. Renato. Martinelli.
That's how manager let you know you're part of his team.
Freitas. Slid away by Milenkovic-Savic. It's another Fluminense corner.
These moments now are crucial for Fluminense. These set-piece situations, because they've struggled to get from the defence through the lines, through the strikers. They've been relying on set-pieces and counter-attacks. Needs to make sure the delivery's on point. Arias.
Well, the one shot for that corner. Here we go. He's going to shoot.
Martinelli. Tumble in the penalty area as it came in. Thiago Silva was the player who went down, but I don't think he's making much of an appeal that he was fouled there. Just a bit disappointed with the angle of delivery.
And the guy's playing.
He's saying he's 1v1 there. The ball needs to be better to capitalise.
I think it's a great break now.
Thiago Silva, you can see he still has that fire in the belly amid the heat in Orlando with the half-an-hour played here.
It's drinks break time. Got those cold towels, man. Calling off towel. Look at them. They look so nice. Let me go grab a quick drink myself. But it's looking like it's gonna be a really good game. Thank you for watching. If you've just joined, please ask any questions. Please drop us a thumbs up, like the stream, interact. If you've seen anything you want to share with us, you can share that in the chat. Who do you think is going to win this game today? Who's going to go into the next one? You know, please share any feedback you've got for us in the chat. But it's looking like a really good game so far. But both teams, Al-Hilal have seen most of the ball. They've seen most of the ball, so it looks like Fluminense are happy for Al-Hilal to keep the ball and then hit them on the counter. So we've seen a couple of occasions like that where they've come out for a counter, but you know the defenders for Al-Hilal, they're quite good. They stopped it. So see what happens next. So now we currently on a cooling off break. Chucking on those drinks in it. They're not allowed to eat anything, just fluids. Football has become so strict, man. Again, rest in peace to Jota and his brother Andre Silva. Wow, life is too short, man. Enjoy your life, brother. Live your life. Don't care about what anybody say to you. Just look at these guys. Space of, they were living their life, the best life out there, driving a really nice car. Out of nowhere, we've lost them. Rest in peace to both of them. Um, but don't ever listen to people telling you, questioning your lifestyle, questioning what you eat, where you chill, where you go, what you do. Just do it as long as you're happy, bro. Just do it. Life is too short. Life is too short. And I've got people apologizing now for the bad tweet they were sending towards him, like a couple of years ago. Some guy even tweeted like he wished, this guy was, and his wish came true. And it was yesterday. The tweet he said he was devastated. But can you imagine how many of those tweets will receive for a certain player at Manchester United? This happened to him. Just live your life. Don't listen to what anybody tells you. And we are back.
Koulibaly. Al-Hilal looking to play through the Fluminense press.
Here comes Al-Hilal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defenders. Fluminense playing it.
He's looking for Milinkovic-Savic. Battle of the two number 22s there. Juan Pablo Freitas got there first.
It's the second run he's made in behind Milinkovic-Savic. He's the only one that's doing it, but he needs to keep doing that, stretching the defence. Very good from him.
Meanwhile, we love coaches like Manchester United coach. What's his name? I don't even know his name. That's my coach. I don't even know his name.
Back from
we try and play for defenders in this competition. You mad? 3 defenders against these teams. You get finished. Malcolm is quite good, man, for Al-Hilal. Very comedy.
João Cancelo.
Cancelo had the last laugh against Manchester City.
Ruben Neves.
Kept one team. Send him up to Barcelona. Came out, went to Al-Hilal.
Normal time to go until the break in Orlando.
And he knocked him out. Interesting one.
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly, I think he was at Chelsea, and they didn't want him at Chelsea.
Looking for Milinkovic-Savic, he keeps making these runs.
Al-Hilal.
The attempt was to backheel it to Joao Cancelo. Malcolm has done well here, then he's taken down by Juan Pablo Freitas.
That's a bad.
Free kick to Al-Hilal in a dangerous position,
Card,
and it's a yellow card for the Argentinian.
Good work from Malcolm, but again made by Milinkovic-Savic's unselfish runs in behind. Look, runs off a centre midfielder onto a centre half. He doesn't want to be there. They win it back, and Malcolm wins the free kick.
This card is particularly damaging for Juan Pablo Freitas because if Fluminense goes through, he will miss the semi-final now. Player who's been named in senior Argentinian squads, but he's yet to make his debut for his country.
There we go.
Backpedaling was Bernal. Snapshot in from Malcolm. Too many bodies in the way. It was Gabriel Fuentes who cleared away.
Basically joining us, the pulling off break is just over.
Ruben Neves
Again,
closed down by Arias.
we've got their fluids, they grab some
It's like
water, whatever
Milan
it is.
have had a lot of the ball in the last 5-10 minutes or so. Fluminense would like to have a little spell of their own now.
They look good when they're in these situations, Fluminense.
So far, ball possession.
But you never really see them go into
47%
Martinelli or Bernal and then go into John Arias or Cano like that.
So they've seen plenty of the ball. 4 fouls
Cano.
committed, 5 for Meze.
Freitas.
Shots, 2 shots for Al-Hilal, 1 shot for Meze. Nothing on target there for both sides. So the goalkeeper
Arias.
did not really have much to do. Oh yeah.
Looking expansively towards Samuel Javier. He's done well to get the corner there.
Good work from John Arias, drifting over to this left-hand side. That man, Javier, realising he has to be the width. The 2 wide right players linking up together there, winning Fluminense another corner.
Jerked all the way by Arabi. 2 players who appreciate the effort that goes into sprinting like that in the Floridian afternoon heat. Arias standing over it, so too Fuentes. Nice whip on the delivery. Koulibaly got his forehead to it. Clever ball from Martinelli. And it flashes through the 6-yard box from Juan Pablo Freitas. They felt there was a touch on the way through. Fluminense want to corner there.
Looked like it. It looked like he was just going to stand up to the near post and he just flashes it across. It's a brilliant ball in. Maybe there wasn't. Oh, there, yeah. Joao Cancelo's right knee.
And Pablo Freitas. Can't believe that wasn't given us a corner. Couple of attempts at goal each so far, with almost 40 minutes played, but 0-0 between Fluminense and Al-Hilal in this Club World Cup quarter-final. Ruben Neves trying to pick out Joao Cancelo, who was being very closely marked. This is Bernal.
That's the beauties of playing a 5 at the back. Freitas goes so tight on Joao Cancelo, knowing he's got 4 defenders to cover behind him. Wins the ball back for his team.
Martinelli. Ignacio. Samuel Javier. Nice delivery with his last favourite left boot. For a right back to deliver like that off the other side was impressive. Here's Martinelli! Lift off for Fluminense!
Martinelli.
Their first proper attempt on target.
Whoa.
And with 5 minutes to go until the break, listen to the Brazilian roar.
Whoa, bro. What?
What a goal, what a hit from Martinelli. It's a good ball in from his left foot. Xavier finds itself at the far post. Comes to Bernal. I think this ball's for Bernal, number 5. Martinelli takes it off his toes, and then what a swivel of the hips to find the far post. It's a brilliant hit from Martinelli. Bono with no chance.
It's his first goal of the tournament. It's his 3rd goal of the season. Matheus Martinelli releases the pent-up emotion for the Brazilians. What a time to score, with half-time rapidly approaching in Orlando.
Wow.
Now remember, Al-Hilal went behind against Manchester City in the last 16, and that still worked out okay for them. They are going to have to come from behind again.
Completely against the run of play. No disrespect to Manchester City, but this Fluminense side's now not going to be trying to find the second. They're going to be getting even more compact, even more hard to break down.
Game which was tight and cagey, and Martinelli just illuminating events in Orlando with a very special turn and strike. It's his 10th goal in total for the club, Matheus Martinelli.
What a hit, what a goal.
Koulibaly beats Cano.
That guy's going to
Martinelli rises well.
That's someone in Spain.
Player down is Nelson Al-Dosari.
Complaining about the elbow, probably the right decision, unintentional. He just gets up higher than Al-Dosari does Martinelli.
The yellow card has been shown to Martinelli, so that's 2 each now, keeping the full complement of 11 players on the pitch. So important on a day like today, and that's a real disappointment for Martinelli. He would miss the semi-final should Fluminense go through. Brilliant for the goal, but now back down on earth again after the yellow card.
That's a big miss for them if they get there. Big if. But look at this first touch, because the ball's to Bernal. He just takes it, buys half a second off Milinkovic-Savic, and then arrows it into the far corner. It's a brilliant touch and strike from Martinelli.
Yashin Bono, the goalkeeper who's made so many magical saves at this tournament, but even he could get nowhere near that. The goalkeeper who played for Morocco as they reached the semi-finals of the World Cup in Qatar. Now he wants to go to the semi-finals of the Club World Cup, but Al-Hilal are up against it now. We've been in Orlando for the last few days. There are so many Brazilians here in the city. They proudly wear their shirts wherever they go. As things stand, there is a Brazilian club going through to the semis of the Club World Cup. There may be another one later on today when Palmeiras take on Chelsea in Philadelphia. Could be having an all-Brazilian semi-final, but of course a lot of football to be played between now and then. Not least the remainder of this game here in Orlando, which is just about to go into stoppages at the end of the first half. Malcolm. Al-Hilal, who did trail at the break against Manchester City, they then scored very early in the second half.
Listen, it's a side that have trailed against Real Madrid, trailed against Man City. They're definitely not going to get desperate here.
Koulibaly. Back by Fuentes, but the whistle had already blown. It's a foul at Koulibaly. It's a free kick to Al-Hilal.
Dangerous situation just before half-time. Ruben Neves. Going to look to fade it between the defence, the back line and the goalkeeper. Coming away from goal.
Well, if he stays like this, definitely a Brazilian team is going to play against Chelsea or another Brazilian team.
Neves weighs
Could
up
have
the options.
all Brazilian finals.
Very high line here from Fluminense.
And I said it before, they found the discipline they needed.
It's Koulibaly! Brilliant save from Fabio!
What a save.
By far the oldest player at this Club World Cup, but Fabio flew through the air there to save.
44, wow, what a save. Ruben Neves, who puts it exactly where Koulibaly wants it. Brilliant save, brilliant reactions to get across from Fabio. Koulibaly does absolutely everything, rises highest, puts it right in that corner. What a save.
He'll be 45 in September. All that experience used to such good effect there. As Fuentes heads away, back out to Ruben Neves. The danger is far from over for Fluminense here. There's a tumble in the penalty area.
Penalty shout.
Marcus Leonardo goes down. The referee points to the spot. In stoppages ahead of the break, Al-Hilal have sensationally been awarded a penalty kick. This will go to the video assistant referee for confirmation.
But he's going to check
the on-field decision from Danny Michele is penalty.
Let's have a look.
2 minutes before half-time. Let's see, it's at the far post. Oh, maybe just a bit clumsy from Xavier. All are coming together.
There.
I don't know. I don't know. It looks to me more are coming together.
That's not coming together. It's a pen.
Often think of these moments. Just watch the stride of the player. Is he making an extra stretch, or is that the normal running stride? This will all be looked at. The replays perused in the background. Video assistant referee, who's also from the Netherlands, Rob.
I mean, before this goal,
watching alongside the assistant VAR, Jérôme Brissat. Fluminense hoping that the VAR might dig them out of a deep hole here.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a clear and obvious error, but you're right. They're both in their running patterns and they've just collided. I don't think it'll be overturned. No, it's one of those that could have gone either way.
This is going to stand. It's a penalty. No.
Silva pleading the case.
They will give it. But,
it's these moments of anguish where it all hangs on the balance. What an enormous decision, what an enormous turning point. And he's been sent to have a look, which means there's definitely a doubt here.
He's gone to the monitor.
Keep your eye on the face, the eyes of the defender, Samuel Xavier. He's not looking at the opponent here all the time. He's watching the ball. But the decision is, does he foul the opponent? Is there a little glance? Ooh.
He touched him.
I think you're right. His stride pattern doesn't change at all from the running. But is that enough? Is that what the ref's looking at, or is he just purely looking at contact?
Marcus Alonso, who got in behind the defender.
Like, he'll be asked, but according to the rules.
But is that enough to merit
give it
a penalty kick? Here's the decision.
He's going to give it.
After the on-field review, what I didn't see live in the pitch is that it's not a foul, there's a normal football contact.
The Brazilian rule will tell you it's no penalty.
Wow.
It is not a foul, says Danny Michele, having reviewed the footage. Al-Hilal will have much to say about this.
Wow.
First and foremost, they're saying if it's not a penalty, do we get a corner? It's got to be an uncontested drop ball to restart play.
Overtime.
Wow.
not very often you see that. That looks like a.
It
That
could
looks
have been
like, that
a
looks like a foul.
game-changing moment had Al-Hilal been able to equalise just before half-time. As it is, Fluminense are set to lead at the break.
Open.
Cano. Ignacio. This is
Overturned.
Arias.
Completely overturned.
Fluminense want a free kick there. They're not going to get it. Koulibaly tries to seek out Malcolm. Sighs of relief from the Brazilian contingent there. That was hearts in mouths when the referee pointed to the spot. Nonato. Thiago Silva. Nonato again. Quintes back to Freitas. Ignacio, confidence to take on Aldosari, and he was fouled and a free kick to Fluminense. We played well over the 4 minutes that were due to be added on because all that extra time that was used for the deliberations or the penalty have to be added on to the original 4.
Al-Hilal need the half-time whistle now. You can see since that decision they've been playing angry, they've been pressing on their own, creating spaces for Fluminense to exploit. Inzaghi needs to get him in, calm him down.
There have been 17 penalties already at this Club World Cup. Al-Hilal thought they were going to get penalty number 18. Ruben Neves, who scored a spot kick against Real Madrid, but was not to get his opportunity from 12 yards here.
Ruben Neves needs to calm down, man. Otherwise he's just
Got
gonna
right
get
as
in
well.
trouble all the
How
time.
well Al-Hilal came out in the second half against Man City. When a similar situation, they felt there was an injustice against them. They really came out firing.
Ruben Neves to take the free kick. There can't be much remaining in this first half now. Two defenders jump together there, Bernal and Ignacio. As the referee does bring the first half to a close. Much to discuss, not least Mateus Martinelli's goal that has Fluminense in front. But Al-Hilal were very close to getting an equaliser. Big decision from the officials, deciding that Samuel Xavier's challenge on Marcus Leonardo was not a foul. It's Fluminense.
Yeah, what a game so far. What a game so far. Yeah. That looks like a foul. That looks like a penalty to me. But, again, the ref changed his mind. But that means we've got a game in our hands now because Al-Hilal did the same thing against Manchester City. Before when first half, I think they had a decision when against them. They felt like it went against them, but they came out firing second half, and they beat Manchester City. So we may have the similar thing here. Might be looking at something similar for second half, which means we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a good game, So drop your likes, drop your thumbs up for me in the chat if the stream, share it. Feel free to share the stream. But yeah, good game. I need to go grab a drink for the second half.
in the opening stages of the second period against Manchester City here at this stadium on Monday. Can Simone Inzaghi inspire his players to do the same thing again now?
100%. They're not going to get too desperate being 1-0 down at half-time. They've been there before. They can do it again. This is a big loss, Mark.
Against Manchester City here last time out, and in that game they scored a goal just 41 seconds after the restart. Can Al-Hilal begin this second half on the front foot here?
They're looking for the exact same tactics. Sorry, Connor. They're looking for the exact same tactics down Malcolm's side. Can they get him in behind?
Malcolm. He's won the throw in. Now moves into the penalty area to try to capitalise on whatever Joao Cancelo can launch at him. There's not much space for the run-up here. It's only a couple of paces for Joao Cancelo, but he got good distance considering. Joao Neves controls well. Snapshot in by Renan Lodi before Joao Cancelo retreats. This feels like the kind of mindset they had against City on Monday.
Let's hope we have a similar game.
Shackles loosened a bit now.
The one against Manchester City.
No, they have to chase.
Yeah.
Joao Cancelo needed to be firmer.
Fluminense are going to want them to chase as well. Commit bodies forward. Fluminense will soak up the pressure and look to counter-attack through Cano and John Arias.
That's not a foul. This ref, what's going on with this ref?
Foul by Ruben Neves.
Neves needs to keep his head calm.
Al-Hilal have got to get the balance right. They have got to be passionate, they have to pressure, but they can't give away too many fouls.
In all fairness, I think he gets the ball there. Ruben Neves.
Yeah. Martinelli has gone off. I think they took Martinelli off.
Foul by Kano again. Hercules. New player introduced for the second half. Plenty of time for Simone Inzaghi. Freitas, who's on a yellow card for the second period. Arias wasn't able to make it stick. Getting him into the game a little bit more feels like would be beneficial for Fluminense. Here's Renan Lodi. Ruben Neves. Malcolm. Mohamed Kano. Koulibaly. Lodi. Al-Hilal being brave here. They're really pushing players forward. Could open up a counter-attacking opportunity for Fluminense, mind you. Fuentes takes no risks and puts it out for an Al-Hilal corner.
Good work down that left-hand side. Malcolm, I don't think he was expecting. He was hanging out wide. He didn't gamble that the cross was going to come in.
Set piece opportunity for Ruben Neves. First half, Koulibaly for a free kick that was close. This one is headed up and away. Messi. Another opportunity for Ruben Neves. And again. Nice whip on that. But sufficient defensive barrier in place as Ignacio clears away again.
He's been first to everything, Ignacio. Really has been a rock for his side in those wide positions when the crosses is coming. Look at that. Gets his body in front of Milinkovic-Savic.
Another throw in from Joao Cancelo. This time the last touch is off an attacker. And, oh no, it has gone out for a goal. I thought that was going to go for a goal kick. It's going to be a corner again. Koulibaly and Mohamed Kano trying to work in tandem. Bernal, the nearest defender to that pair. 5 minutes played already in the second half in Orlando. Deeper this time. Koulibaly finding space, and it's in! Marcos Leonardo! They've done it again! Al-Hilal, the masters of scoring early in the second half. It's a fourth goal of this Club World Cup for Marcos Leonardo, who is now the competition's joint top scorer.
Really good, well-worked corner from Al-Hilal. Of course, Ruben Neves puts it on the money, but it's Kano and Koulibaly who start on the same line. Kano goes near, Koulibaly goes far. Ruben Neves finds him, and of course, the poacher, Marcos Leonardo, is in the right place at the right time to put his side level.
The momentum shift, the pendulum swing.
Here we go. Here we go.
Al-Hilal
you guys.
are back on level terms. A team that went behind against Real Madrid and came back. They went behind against Manchester City and came back. And here today, the trend continues for a team who never just accept that they're beaten. They always feel there's a chance of redemption.
When you've got someone who strikes a dead ball as well as Ruben Neves and as consistently as he does, you're always in the game, you've always got a chance.
First big setback of the day for the Brazilians from Rio. How are they going to respond? Cano tried to crack in a response. Here is Hercules. Samuel Xavier, the right back, who was the defender who thought he'd given away a penalty just before half-time.
Wow.
He's the most relieved man in Orlando. Thiago Silva sets it up for a good contest now, though. 1-1. Ares. Turns away from Malcolm. Freitas runs into Milinkovic-Savic, who is tough and strong, and now
There they come again.
Malcolm
There
has
they come
got
again, Al-Hilal.
the acceleration here. He's got Marcos
Ooh, he's got
Leonardo
it,
in
he's
front
got
of
it.
him.
Oh.
Just hesitated too long. Ignacio was so solid there. Big moment.
He doesn't look left once. Marcos Leonardo only eyes for goal. Doesn't see El Harabi overlapping on the left-hand side.
It's an open game now.
Oh.
Readjustment of the
End to
shooting
end stop
boots from Marcos Leonardo. Renan Lodi. Tracking back with him, Hercules, the player who came on for Martinelli at half-time.
It's where Al-Hilal benefit from playing this man, Ruben Neves, centre-back. He sees the whole game, he's got the whole picture, he can play the right pass, he has the time to do it in the space.
Milinkovic-Savic asking an awful lot of João Cancelo here. Mendes was able to shield it out for the goal kick.
Look at this, is the goal. Kano and Koulibaly work it well. Allows Koulibaly to get free, and Leonardo, he's been in the right place all tournament.
There is to be no fourth clean sheet of this competition yet for 44-year-old goalkeeper Fabio. He's distraught in the face of Martinelli.
Oh!
Hang on a minute. Chance for Cano down the other end.
Oh.
Bono to the rescue
What
again.
What a save!
Unbeatable at times.
Bruno, how did you do it? Wow.
The Brazilian fans were ready to celebrate their team taking the lead again.
1-1 with Bruno.
Aldasari allowed to turn.
That was a gift.
Milinkovic-Savic keeps making those runs into attacking central positions, and he feels sooner or later they're going to pick him out with one of them. So Xavier was able to stop at source there.
Bruno, what a man.
You've seen Bono. He is worth his weight in gold to Al-Hilal. 10 minutes played in the second half. Hercules. Renan Lodi to Ruben Neves. Malcolm. Fluminense haven't been able to clear, and Milinkovic-Savic tried to pick his spot. He went for accuracy more than power. Fabio got down to save.
Fabio equal to it because Milinkovic-Savic just fakes to go to the far post, shimmies. This is the chance. Renan Lodi gets himself in all sorts of problems. I actually think Cano here does the right thing, fakes to shoot, goes around. It's Bono again. He had a similar save against Savinho on Monday night, where he goes to ground and sort of claws his way to the ball. It's a very good save from Bono.
He's got those inspector-gadget extension arms, doesn't he? He always has another stretch. No matter how far he's gone, there's another little bit of elasticity that he can stretch to. Now, Cano, that's more like it in the midfield. Malcolm. It's a proper game now in Orlando. Two teams who believe they could go and win this from here.
Here we go.
Nonato.
Yo, counter. Midfield wide open for Al-Hilal.
Swap for the key man. The disguise pass. Cano took an extra touch to control it.
What a block.
Ruben Neves is the player who's gone down.
Neves, what a block.
What a pass from Arias.
Brilliant disguise on the pass from Arias. Maybe, does he fizz it in too hard to Cano? Wow. Look, you'll think for the world he's going to shoot. He's done it many times. A brilliant reverse. It's a good first touch from Cano, in all fairness. But then he struggles to get out his feet. Allows Koulibaly, allows Ruben Neves to get back and block the shot.
Al-Hilal, who certainly would not want to lose Ruben Neves to injury. Bono stretching, extending, saving again. Tomorrow, Jack Catterall looks to return to winning ways in Manchester as he takes on the undefeated Harlem Eubank at welterweight. You can watch it all live on the DAZN app.
Normally when keepers get rounded like that, they go to ground and they stay on the ground. He goes to ground and somehow claws his way back.
Koulibaly. Scares at both ends now. Still all square. Milinkovic-Savic took a touch, too heavy, took it out of play. Almost like he was waiting for the impact of a collision that never arrived. Thiago Silva using all his experience to be there to lurk, but not to nibble. When he left the field, his team were in front, and now he's powerless to do anything about it. Martinelli. Simone Inzaghi will be pleased. His team with more attempts now, overall. Deseri needed more on that to pick out Marcus Leonardo. Clever little return from Arias. He's got a wonderful radar. He knows where all his teammates are. Renato, back to Bernal. They can't get possession to Arias enough at the moment. Samuel Xavier infield of it. They try to work the 1-2. Now it goes for a Fluminense throw off Al-Hilal. Bernal. Just saw the little window of opportunity. Thought he'd crack a shot through it.
That's
off the referee, hence the uncontested drop ball in the aftermath.
Would that not then go back to Fluminense, seeing as they had the ball?
That's a very good point. Here's Malcolm. One-on-one with Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva at the cost of a corner, but he does stop any further danger.
He's not happy, Thiago Silva, because he doesn't want to be dragged out into those positions at his age, but he does very well, as you would expect him to. Stands up, doesn't dive in, doesn't commit, knows Malcolm wants to come inside on his left foot and just blocks it.
Now, as we know, Al-Hilal are dangerous at these set-piece opportunities. That aerial ability of Koulibaly, the menace that is Marcus Leonardo, waiting for anything that might drop and spill into his lap. Height too of Milinkovic-Savic. Fluminense got to be very careful here.
Setting up the same way Cano's got his hands on Koulibaly's shoulder.
Defensive shield. They try to buffer. Ruben Neves to take. All hands on deck for Fluminense. They're all back defending this. Joao Cancelo to Renan Lodi. Milinkovic-Savic the target. And it comes away off Freitas. And out for another corner. That's where it's headed. Goalkeeper comes. Briefest touch. Oh, it's sat up for Al-Hilal.
Skied it. Skied it.
Big chance from Al-Hilal. Doesn't look to whip it too much. Just looks for precision. Ruben Neves. He gets that. It drops to Al-Hilal on the edge of the box.
He may not have been the best man for a chance like that to fall to. He's not scored in over 2.5 years. One moment like that could decide this quarter-final. Everaldo, who knows all about Al-Hilal and Saudi Arabian football from his time playing with Al-Falsali in the past. Lima is also going to be introduced as a replacement here. Fluminense, who took the lead with 5 minutes of normal time remaining in the first half. But Al-Hilal have had a very good spell since then, albeit for one brilliant chance for Cano, who tried to go around Bono and couldn't beat the keeper. Thiago Silva and Marcus Leonardo. Did the trailing boot of Marcus Leonardo catch Thiago Silva in the face there?
Looks like it was there or thereabouts, unless he's trying to avoid the yellow card.
So a couple of changes coming up for Renato Gaucho. It's definitely the face of Thiago Silva they're concerned with. That would be intentional for Marcus Leonardo, but that trailing leg may have caught him in the face. Mind you, receiving a kick to the face haven't spared the defender a yellow card there. Yellow for Thiago Silva, with Everaldo and Lima prepared to come on. Concern from the Fluminense support. Certainly hope that Thiago Silva's going to be able to continue. Tap of acknowledgement for the referee as he has shown the yellow card. One of the great warriors of South American football. It'll take more than that to stop him today, but it'll be a painful one. Won't take the substitutions until after the free kick, and Ruben Neves tried to catch them cold. Fabio alert. Cano, no one up with him. I wonder if there'll be a formational change as well as a personnel one for Fluminense when they make this double swap. Thiago Silva, by the way, has just come back on. You can see him there bottom right of your screen. Approaching the midway point of the second half in Orlando. Extra time to come if they are still all square after 90. Mohamed Cano. Desali. João Cancelo. Just been able to come in field of Fuentes. Now Malcolm. Oh, the nutmeg. Bit of Brazilian magic there. Back in towards Marcus Leonardo. Still alive here for Aldosari. Took a deflection on the way in. Corner. Oh, no, it won't be because he was offside anyway. Flag had raised against Al-Hilal in the build-up there. German Cano will be replaced by Everaldo. And Nonato will come off for Lima. Fresh legs on for Fluminense. Nonato replaced by Lima in the midfield. Lima, who had a spell in Spain with Real Mallorca in the past. Ronaldo, who's 34 this month. Here he is in possession. Thiago Silva, no ill effects from that kick to the face. Ignacio Bernal. Fluminense could do with a spell of attacking pressure here. They've had to absorb quite a lot since half-time. Arias. Pretty delicate chip there. He's had some beautiful touches to watch today. Freitas with the delivery in, but Koulibaly slams it away.
Fluminense got a bit ragged after they conceded, but they've settled down now. They're back in their shape. Looking to probe, looking to play through the lines.
Thiago Silva. Juan Pablo Freitas. Plenty of patience on display. Fluminense know that one further goal could win this. It's not like they need a hatful. Fuentes. Alias. Again, another lovely disguised pass, but Koulibaly's alert to the danger. Chance of a counter-attack for Al-Hilal. Immediately stopped by Hercules, and he fancies a shot too. Don't think it would have had the power, but Ruben Neves blocked, and here's Hercules! Fluminense in front for the second time in this quarter-final. He shot from distance. When that didn't work, he followed up devastatingly from closer range. And with 20 minutes to go, Al-Hilal are behind again. Hercules, who scored against Inter last time out, has now scored against the old Inter head coach.
It's a goal started and ended by this man. Look at the block from Hercules to win the ball back. Has a shot, but then he doesn't stop. He continues his run, gets a bit of luck. Great touch, great finish. Look at that touch there. Just takes it beyond Ruben Neves. Looks up at the goalkeeper, looks back down, calmly slots it into the far post.
Just down the road from Disneyland, who else but Hercules to put Fluminense in front. And the smiles and the joy back on the Brazilian faces again. They had the lead ahead of half-time. They've been given a scare, but now they are back in front again. And that all came after a spell of intense Al-Hilal pressure too.
They look for all the world there beyond the counter-attack. Al-Hilal. Hercules does brilliantly initially to win the ball back for his side, and then does even better to put them ahead in this game.
Either Greek mythology or animation. Hercules catching the headlines in Orlando. Ronaldo. Heavy fall for Koulibaly. Al-Hilal will keep the faith here. They won't be pressing any emergency buttons just yet. They'll trust the process. History has already shown us at this tournament that the Saudis have got a comeback in them. But look at the effect that Hercules has instilled in the travelling Brazilians here. Famous maroon, white and green, the Rio de Janeiro tricolour of Fluminense. His only other goal this season came in the Brazilian League in May. Hercules sprung from the benches, delivered for Renato Gaucho. But can they seal the deal now? Can they see this through? Everaldo. Delicate touch, and he gets it back again too. Simon Javier. Offside flag is raised against Fluminense.
It'll be hard to break down from open play, Connor, but it's those dead ball situations with Ruben Neves over the ball, corners, free kicks, which are going to prove the biggest problem for them.
Ruben Neves.
Back six now for Fluminense.
Milinkovic-Savic guides it into the penalty area. Malcolm. Milinkovic-Savic, oh, he was unselfish, but don't think Eldasari was ready to receive it. And chance goes a begging for Al-Hilal. Al-Arabi, Yasser Eldasari, they were all queuing up for it.
I think it's the right ball there from Milinkovic-Savic, but I think Al-Dosari is just on the way back from an offside position, so he's running back to goal when the ball's been played.
Hamdallah has just joined on loan. It's a really interesting change, that one. Mohamed Khanna replaced by Abdurazak Hamdallah, who is 34 years of age. He plays for Al-Shabaab, another of the Saudi clubs. He's been brought in as an emergency loan signing because of the injuries to attacking players. No Alexander Mitrovic, no Salem. So Hamdallah, sort of in case of emergency, break glass. And we were told before the tournament this would be allowed, this transfer window within a window. That has allowed them to make this extra signing. Now we'll see if it makes any difference. And the big games just keep coming at the Club World Cup. We've another quarter-final showdown as Palmeiras face Chelsea. That'll be at Lincoln Financial Field. And that one exclusively live on the DAZN app, wherever you are around the world.
Oh, what a save from Bono. What a save from Bono.
Is 2-1 going to be enough? Fuentes towards Everaldo. Caio Cesar. Savic, beaten to it by Lima. This is Bernal. Freitas. Five minutes of regulation time to go. Freitas, who got his first ever goal for Fluminense in the game against Ulsan in the group stages. It's the goals from Martinelli and Hercules that have the Brazilian club in Frontier in Orlando. Caio Cesar. Alblehi. Ruben Neves. Koulibaly. Caio Cesar. João Cancelo. Able to pick out Milenkovic-Savic. That pass had to be just right. And this is a good burst from Milenkovic-Savic, but he stumbled at the key moment. Simone Inzaghi's team, who came close in the first half. That header from Koulibaly, which was brilliantly saved by Fabio. Koulibaly didn't get a firm touch on that one. Oh, hesitation by Arias, and then he felt the legs were taken out from underneath him, but the referee was close to it, and Danny Michele says play on, no foul.
It's a brilliant chop from Arias. He didn't see Koulibaly behind him. Brilliant defending again from Koulibaly.
Third goal from Fluminense. Surely it's all over. For now, there's still hope for Al-Hilal. Fancy nutmeg there. Tried to take it on with him into the penalty area. In the end, it was reeking of desperation, the final attempt. Hamdallah, the Moroccan, executing that nutmeg so well, but then he couldn't get the shot away on the other side. Thiago Santos, who is a experienced central defender. Facundo Bernal is trying to eat up as much of the clock as he can, making his way to the sidelines. Tactical change, fresh legs, clear heads, now needed in defence for Fluminense to see this through.
But again, we speak about Al-Hilal being behind before in this tournament, but Fluminense have been in this position before as well against Inter Milan. 1-0 up going into the last 10 minutes. Were able to counter-attack and find a second goal.
The prayer cards are out amongst the Brazilian supporters. They are almost there. Malcolm. Looking for Renan Lodi. Nice weight on that pass. Milenkovic-Savic was the target, but Freitas took no chances there. 90 seconds remaining of the 90 minutes. Hands clasped in fervent prayer.
This is it. This is their best chance from these corner situations. Ruben Neves will put it on the money. Can you get the runners in the box?
Can Al-Hilal force a twist in the tail here? Sport in the USA loves Hollywood endings. Yellow card here, I think it's been shown to Simone Inzaghi. He had crept way out of his technical area there, desperately trying to get an instruction onto his teammates. Ruben Neves. Decent delivery, now there's a push, was there, a Koulibaly on the front post. Referee waves away the protests. It was Thiago Santos, the defender who just come on, who was the nearest to it. And down goes Fuentes. Yellow card is going to be shown to Ruben Neves. Al-Hilal out of time.
Sloppy pass from João Cancelo, which put his teammate under pressure. Makes him commit the foul and pick up a yellow card. This is the corner.
As you can imagine, as Diego Santos was brought on, the instruction was stick to Koulibaly like glue at the corners, and he took it very literally.
I think the problem for Koulibaly here is he's also got hands on Thiago Santos, because there's no doubt Thiago Santos is all over him.
Late desperation for Al-Hilal. Ruben Neves would miss the semi if they go through. At the moment, that's set to be a moot point unless there's some late fireworks here. By the way, 4th of July. The VAR had a look at that, but that was why there was a delay of the restart here. They say no penalty, no foul by Thiago Santos on Koulibaly, so fireworks put on hold until later on tonight, perhaps. Koulibaly.
I think it's that left arm of Koulibaly is also around the shoulders of Thiago Santos.
Thiago Santos here involved again. He's given the free kick away. Another opportunity for Al-Hilal. Seven minutes have been added on, by the way. Malcolm. Renan Lodi. Ali El-Blahi. Malcolm. Brazilian party has already begun away to our left, but Fluminense are not there yet. Ruben Neves. Renan Lodi. El-Blahi. Edging ever so slightly closer to that Fluminense penalty area. Renan Lodi's going to have to stretch here. Doing well to keep it in play. Can he keep it alive? Ruben Neves, there's much movement to the penalty area. This needs to be a good cross. And Hamdallah was hoping it would come his way. It has gone out for a corner, so they're going to lead that merry dance again. The tussle, the shuffle, the battle for space in the penalty area as we approach the midway point in stoppages. Double late change for Al-Hilal. Malcolm has run his race. Hamad Al-Yabi, who's come on as a sub now in all 5 games that Al-Hilal have played. Also bringing on Moussa Lejuer. And again, he's come on as a sub in all 5 games. Ruben Neves. This could be it for Al-Hilal. First touch of the ball is coming on for Al-Jouer. Just too high for Hamdallah. Ruben Neves back into the mix. A huge roar from the Brazilian crowd as they get it out of the penalty area, but I don't think it's going to be out of there for long. Header won by Ignacio. Just wouldn't sit up for Marcus Leonardo, but that would have been a perfect position for him. As Caio Cesar wins yet another corner, and this drama is not over yet.
It's the man they wanted it to fall to, Marcus Leonardo. Just couldn't sort his feet out on this occasion, but this is the danger, the corner.
Deep breath for Ruben Neves. Can Fluminense stand tall? Again, Koulibaly hits the deck. Renan Lodi just wouldn't sit up for Hamdallah. Ruben Neves again. Al-Hilal are giving it everything here. They're going to get another corner. in the 5th minute of stoppage time.
9 times out of 10, he puts it in the right area, clears the first man, just praying for someone to get on the end of it.
Ruben Neves. Punched by the goalkeeper Fabio. Greeted by a huge roar of approval from the Brazilian fans. Renan Lodi. This time headed out by Freitas. They're hanging on. Fluminense. Al-Yami. Al-Jouer. Renan Lodi. Just glanced off the top of Thiago Silva. It nearly fell for Milinkovic-Savic. And this long series of corner kicks for Al-Hilal continues late in the day.
I don't know why they're messing around. They've got the centre-halves in the box and they're looking to play wide. Just put it in the box and cause problems like you've done there and allow the magician to get his right foot on the ball from the corner.
Both teams have scored late goals in this tournament.
12 corners for Al-Hilal. 12 corners.
Ruben Neves. Better delivery that time, but too many defenders. Ignacio got the key touch. Just wouldn't set up for Caio Cesar, but he's done well to keep it alive. Ruben Neves. Lovely anytime. Koulibaly tried to swivel. Down he goes. He wants a penalty, but it's going to be a free kick the other way. Danny McKenny had a really good look at that.
Gonna give him a card.
Koulibaly's going to be shown a yellow card, I think.
It looks like a dive.
In the 7th minute of stoppage time, Al-Hilal still trying to create things, but Koulibaly pushing it too far there in his attempts to get a penalty.
Thought for a split second he'd been taken off his feet. It's the initial one that comes back in. Doesn't sort his feet out. Koulibaly in time gets it all wrong. It's just as he gets up. I think there's contact.
There's contact, bro. There's contact.
Does he make a meal of it? Does he make the most of it? Is that man Thiago Santos who dangles the leg? Thiago goes over it. Koulibaly goes over it, sorry. It's just wherever he then makes the fall more theatrical than it should have been.
Fraction of a delay, wasn't there, between the contact and the fall? Was that the last chance? Sensibly, Arias is going to head off towards the corner flag here, trying to run down the clock a bit longer. Al-Yami tries to win it off him and wins a free kick. This is it. The place
this could be the final
in
kick.
the semi-final dangles by a thread in front of Fluminense here. Milinkovic-Savic. Wrong side of Marcus Leonardo. Sliding in was Koulibaly. Fluminense survive for now. Milinkovic-Savic. Renan Lodi. It's a great late surge this, but Fabio saves again in his front post. We're into the 9th minute of stoppages now.
Wow. 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 He plays down.
Al-Hilal have thrown everything at their attempts for an equaliser.
Doing wonders.
Fabio, the keeper, with over 1,000 senior games in his career, and he keeps pulling out big saves. Bravery there, and he wasn't done. It came right back at him a moment later.
It's a really good chop there.
Wow.
It's this one, he should just stand it up, put it in the mixer. It just puts it straight into Fabio, the goalkeeper.
Fabio tries to punt it as far down the other end as he can. Brazilians screaming for the final whistle. And they get it.
Over.
Fluminense of Brazil are through to the semi-finals of the FIFA Club World Cup. In the country where football is more important than anything else, Brazil have got at least one team in the final four now. They had to cling on with their fingernail to the very end, but they've done it. They've beaten Al-Hilal 2-1.
And that's been the story of their tournament, clinging on, defending heroically. They did it against Dortmund, they did it against Inter Milan, and now they've done it against Al-Hilal. It's a brilliant defensive performance from Fluminense and a brilliant winner from this man, Hercules.
Hercules with a shot from distance that was repelled. He followed it up to finish from closer range. For Al-Hilal and their loyal band of supporters, this is the end of the road of this tournament. They have made friends along the way, but this is where they depart. Fluminense move on to New York. It'll be a semi-final against either Chelsea or Palmeiras. It's 11 unbeaten now for the Brazilians.
It's over, man. That's how you get through to semi-final. Literally defending it. It's all you got to do. Get ahead and defend. They play with six defenders. Great game, great game. Well, we've got the Chelsea game to come later on. Uh, I'm not sure I'll be awake for that, but you know, who knows? Who knows? If I'm awake, then I'll probably stream it. Otherwise, I'll be snoring. I'll try and stay up. I think it's at 2 in the morning. I've got football in the morning as well, where Aris has got football. I might get mum to take Aris to football tomorrow so I can watch I can stream this one. That's crazy. We might actually see two Brazilian teams in the semi-finals. We might get two Brazilian teams in the semi-finals. How crazy would that be? Don't write off this team, bro. Don't write them off. Don't tell us these teams are, what do you call it now? Farmers League. They know. Al-Hilal should be proud of what they've done, you know, and how they've represented the Saudi Pro League. They should absolutely be proud of that. 'Cause they've played a brilliant tournament. They were unlucky tonight. Unlucky. And Fluminense, the way they've played, I said it from the beginning that Brazilian teams or South American teams, when they found a bit of discipline, they could go all the way and win it. I've still got a quote from 2 weeks ago. I've got it. Um, People don't believe me, and now they're seeing that everyone is seeing it that they found the discipline that they needed. They can beat any team with a bit of discipline. I think the only team that could probably stop them is Chelsea because Maresca has found a way to beat these teams. He's very stubborn the way the way he plays, the way he set up his team. Maresca, I think he's the only coach I can see in beating the South American teams because he's quite stubborn. You know, um, Al Hilal tonight felt short. They play with 4, 5 defenders. Fluminense play with 5 defenders. You know, 12 or 13 corner kicks for Al Hilal, 2 corner kicks for Fluminense. Honestly, I must say credit to them. You know, you got to win. You know, I don't care which way you win, just win. That's what they've done, and they've showed tonight. You know, they've shown tonight by playing their own game, they can beat any team. Just play your own game, bro. Don't try and be a Superman or a hero. Play your own game, you know. But they've showed that tonight. Fair play to them. Respect to the coach. You know, 6 defenders. It's all good. It's all good. So if we look at the stats quickly, um, so it's 57% ball possession, 57.5% ball possession for Al Hilal, and 42.5%. So they didn't mind giving up that extra ball for Al Hilal to keep the ball. They just sat back and wait. 15 shots for Al Hilal, 10 shots for Fluminense. 4 on target for Al Hilal, 3 on target for um, Fluminense, which 2 went in, couldn't be saved. Touches in the box, Al Hilal, 34 touches in Fluminense box. Fluminense only managed 13 touches in Al Hilal's box. Goalkeeper saves, 1 for Al Hilal, 3 for Fluminense. Fouls committed, that's almost the same. 13 for Fluminense and 12 for Al Hilal. Corners, 12 corners for Al Hilal and 4 corners for Fluminense. That is ridiculous stats. That um, so they should really be proud of how they've represented the Saudi Pro League. Respect to them, respect to their coach and what they've done. The attack as well, 15 shots. That's mad. You know, for a farmers league team. You know, we call them farmers league, but these guys they've shown that you got to watch them now. You know, it's a good advert for the league, Saudi Pro League, as well as the South American League. Um, so if you've not been watching them, time to start watching them. You know, Ronaldo was right, by the way. The Saudi Pro League is probably better than American League, to be honest. Yeah, the stat shows everything shows that favors, apart from the scoreline, everything favors Al Hilal really. Yeah, looking at the stats, everything favored Al Hilal. But you know, it's not stats that wins it for you. It's goals. The most important stats is scoring goals. And if you don't score the goals, if you don't take your chances, you're not gonna win. And I think that's well, I watched the game. That's what happened. You know, the numbers don't lie, bro. Numbers don't lie. Yeah. After all the boring morning about the competition, right? People that are not watching the competition, people just sit there and go, "Oh, well, it's a rubbish competition anyway. It's all about money." Yes, money obviously is key for this competition because £1 billion or something like that is what. Um, but it's good to see out there fans, you know, South American fans, and it tells you how much it means to them. It shows how much it means to them. Going all the way to the finals, it shows that they love football. Not just people like, you know, us that watch Premier League. We just glued up to Premier League, and what we think about is how we can idolize these footballers in this country, make them be role models for our kids or for ourselves. But these people really love football, and that's why it's showing in the way they play. Right? Players and the fans, the coach, you can see how much they celebrate the win there. So fair play to them. This is Mourinho type of game that the way they set up, they smashed it, man. They smashed it. Well done. Congratulations. Commiseration to Al Hilal. They piled the pressure on there the last 10 minutes there. It's crazy. Koulibaly got himself a yellow card at the end there. There was a touch, but he was all I think he was already on his way down, to be honest. But we got Chelsea to come. I'm gonna log off this and try and set up the stream for Chelsea at 2. If I'm awake, I'll stream it. Otherwise, we'll find out what the score is tomorrow morning. I'll just rewatch it tomorrow morning. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Um, yeah, It was a good stream, relatively good stream. Almost 100 views on it. So thank you for that. With that being said, congratulations to Fluminense. See you guys in the semis. Hopefully you get to play Chelsea. Chelsea, you need to rescue the Premier League, man. Save us from some embarrassment. You know, Chelsea got to do the business for the Prem. Otherwise, we are fast becoming the Farmers League we're talking about. You know, everyone wants to talk about. With that being said, thank you for watching and have a good night. Peace out.